Hello, girls, and welcome to another episode of the Authentically Feminine podcast. I am your host, Daria, and I am so glad that you are here for today's episode. So today we are talking about when men are hot and cold. How do you handle the situation? And I'm going to give you 4 action steps that are going to change the game for you. So I really hope that this is helpful. Let's dive right into it. So you're dating a guy, things seem to be going well. You find yourself catching feelings, and all of a sudden he pulls back and you don't hear from him for like a week, right? Let's say he texted you every day in the beginning. All of a sudden he disappears for a week or longer. Or all of a sudden you feel like the energy has shifted and he pulls back and he's feeling a little bit cold. What do? And this is assuming that you are not exclusive with him yet. You are just dating, you're getting to know each other, you like each other, you've had some great times together. And so he's starting to feel distant and you are confused. What do? The number one thing you need to do is to set boundaries. Now, the key here is to put your self-respect first. Your self-respect always has to be above the fact that you like a guy. Your self-respect always comes first. So your intuitive reaction may be you want to text him, you want to find out what's going on, you want to find out if he's losing interest, right? Like that is your instinct. And I get it. I've been there. This is what happens. But you have to stand in your worth and know that I'm not chasing anybody. I'm not chasing him. If he pulled back, and even if he lost interest, for example, and it's not meant to be, that is just how things are meant to happen. Because everything is always working out in my favor, and everything is always happening the way that it's meant to happen. And this is literally the truth. This is literally how things work. And so if a man lost interest, it means he's not meant for you. And it may be a hard pill to swallow, but you have to trust in yourself, in the universe, in God, and whoever you believe in. You have to trust the fact that everything is working out the way it is meant for you. And so he pulled back, and you have to put your self-respect first. You're not going to chase him. You're not going to start texting him saying, hey, is everything okay? Hey, I haven't heard from you. You're not going to start doing this. You're going to tune into yourself first and say, how am I feeling right now? This is step 1. You don't ignore how you feel. You allow yourself to feel it. Tune in, ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? I feel sad. I feel vulnerable. I feel disappointed. I feel rejected. Whatever it is that you feel, allow yourself to feel it, but don't dwell on it. Do not dwell on it. Tune in, figure out what you're feeling, and then let it go. And then tell yourself, it's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with me. It's normal to feel this way. When the guy that I like is pulling back, it is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with me. And so you reassure yourself and you remind yourself that everything is always working out in a way that is best for me. As soon as you realize that a man is hot and cold, I really want you to imagine an alarm going off in your head. And that is the alarm that is telling you it's time to protect your heart, your energy, your space, your peace, as soon as a man starts to go hot and cold. Because it can really drive us crazy with assumptions, with jumping to conclusions, with not knowing what's going on, with anxiety. So this is your wake-up call. This is your alarm that you need to protect yourself and your energy. And you need to shift your attention from what he may be thinking, what he may be doing, whether he still likes you. Shift your attention from that to yourself, to what do I need? What do I need right now? And in order to get out of that anxiety loop, it's very important to take action, to do something about it. You're feeling anxious. Okay, what am I going to do about it right now? I need to focus on me. For me, when I was single and I was looking for my husband and I was dating men, I went on over 100 dates in a couple of years. So I was constantly talking to somebody. If I was in this situation, I would go on a date with someone else. I would go and distract myself. Go on another date. Go do something that is going to pull you out of your comfort zone, where your attention can go to something else, where you're not thinking about this guy. Because what we tend to do is we tend to start ruminating and thinking about, what is he thinking? What's he doing? What's going on in his mind? We tend to put the focus on him, but the fact is that we cannot control him. We cannot control a man. We can only control ourselves. And this is why it is crucial for your sanity, in order for you to feel more grounded, for you to put the focus on yourself and what you need. Maybe it's to go see someone else, to go on a date with someone else, meet someone new. Maybe it is to take that girls' trip this weekend that you've been meaning to take. Maybe it's to take a solo trip. The key is you do not want to be sitting around and waiting for him to call or to text you, because time is going to move so slowly if you do this. You want to shift yourself out of that and go do something fun. Go do something that excites you. So again, if a man starts to get hot and cold, this is your cue that, okay, I need to protect myself here. I need to set a boundary. I need to put my self-respect first, and I need to protect myself and my space and my energy and my heart. How can I do that in this moment? What can I give to myself? The other thing I want to mention is you don't have to assume the worst about him. Because in the early stages of dating, I always say that you don't owe each other anything. In the early stages of dating, you're still getting to know each other. He doesn't have to answer to you every single day. He doesn't have to text you a good morning and good night text all the time. He doesn't have to update you on how he's feeling and where he is and what he's doing. And so it doesn't mean necessarily that he lost interest. So do not assume the worst, because you don't really know what is actually happening until you see a certain level of consistency in his behavior. So don't jump to conclusions. Don't assume the worst. Don't get angry at him. Don't ask him why he took so long to respond, because you don't want to be setting expectations for a man when it's early on in the dating game and you're not exclusive and there hasn't been any sort of agreement. You don't want to be setting expectations for a man, because he's going to feel pressured. And you don't want somebody to put that pressure on you before you've made your decision about them. And in the same way, a man is not going to want you to put pressure on him before he's made a decision about you. So 2 things to remember. No waiting for a man. Don't wait for him. Don't chase him. And don't put expectations on him. Don't put the pressure. Don't put the expectations. Don't put the assumptions on him before you know the truth about his feelings. Now, something that you can do is, let's say that he's been texting you every single day for a certain period of time, and all of a sudden you don't hear from him for like a week, right? And then he reaches out to you. Instead of putting expectations on him, you can let him know that you're kind of not cool about it in a playful way. So you can say something like, hey, you were supposed to send me that text 3 days ago, and send like a wink emoji. And that sort of tells him that, okay, this is out of the norm because you've been texting me every single day, and all of a sudden I haven't heard from you in 3 days. So hey, your text is a little late. And you are telling him that you kind of expected to hear from him, but without putting the pressure on, if that makes sense. And the fact that you're doing it in a playful way is a game changer. This is why I created my course, Magnetically Feminine Boundaries. There are over 100 examples of things you can say to a man in order to set those boundaries, or let him know that you're disappointed, or build that attraction, flirt, build the connection emotionally. Because the way that you say something is literally everything. It changes everything. And so when you say it, hey, you were supposed to send me that text like 3 days ago, it sort of hints without putting any pressure on him or expectation, but it sets things up in a playful way, and it's flirtatious, and it is very high value. And he's not only going to respect you more, but he's going to feel even more drawn to you and more attracted to you because of the way that you conveyed this. If this is something that you are struggling with, check out the course Magnetically Feminine Boundaries, because there are a whole bunch of texts, conversation examples that you can use to flirt, build an emotional connection, to set boundaries without really putting pressure on a man. And it's going to make dating so much easier for you. Okay, so that was number 1. It was a long one. And it sort of leads into number 2. When a man goes hot and cold, you need to 10x your self-care routine. So when a man is not texting you back, it can feel like crap. It really does not feel good. And so what you want to do is you want to amplify the feel-good feelings and the confidence for yourself. And you want to do this by giving yourself the validation, the love, the care, the attention that you are craving from a man. Because at the end of the day, even once you're in that long-term relationship, he's not always going to be able to give you that. And you need to learn to rely on yourself to give you the attention, the love, the affection, all of that. You need to learn to rely on you to give that to yourself. And so this is a perfect moment to do that. Maybe go take a spa day. Go for a run, go for a walk, get a massage, get your nails done, do something unusual that you've been really wanting to do that is going to make you feel good. Because here's the thing, when you do things that make you feel good, you pull yourself out of that negative state of anxiety and you pull yourself into a high vibrational state. And when you are in a high vibrational state and you're feeling good, you attract more things that feel good. You attract even more positivity because you become magnetic. And so not only is that going to increase the chance of the man texting you, because men can sense your energy even if you're not around, not only is it going to increase the chance that you hear back from him, but you are going to feel better. You're going to feel less lonely, and you are actually going to be more likely to stop even caring about whether or not he texts you back. So you want to put yourself into a high vibrational state. You want to put yourself into a state of love, joy, positivity, support, happiness. And so when you do that for yourself, you become even more attractive and even more magnetic for all the beautiful things around you. And so when a man is hot and cold and he's pulling away and he's being distant, this is the perfect time to focus on self-care, because that is a great way to pull yourself into that feminine energy, that high vibrational energy, where you're going to make yourself feel good. Number 3 is let go of control. When you feel anxiety and you're wondering about what a man is doing, or you really want to text him, you are operating from a place of needing to control the situation. What is he doing? Is he thinking about me? Does he still like me? Why hasn't he texted me? What changed? What did I do wrong? All of those thought patterns, they are a way to gain control over the situation. And it's not going to work, because the more you hold on to something, the more likely you are to push it away. And so what you need to do is step out of that into your feminine energy, into the energy that allows you to lean back and just trust the universe. Trust the fact that your person is not going anywhere. Your person is going to be there, is going to show up for you. You're not going to lose the person that is meant for you. And the more you can lean back, let go of that control, and just trust whatever is happening, the more you attract amazing things into your life, and the less anxious you are going to feel, because you are meant to receive. You are not meant to chase. You are not meant to chase men. You're not meant to be the one pursuing them, convincing them of your worth, because your worth is innate. Your worth is always 1,000% there, like $1 million bill that you can crumple, throw on the ground, you can stomp on it, and you can pick it up, and it will still be $1 million bill. It will still be worth $1 million. That is the same as you and your worth. And you have to remember that you don't need to control, you don't need to push. You need to lean back and relax. And that is when you attract everything that you want, when you simply have trust in the universe. And it's really hard to do, I know, but with practice, it does get easier. So let go of control in the situation. And number 4, when a man is pulling away, you want to step into your high value energy. One of the best ways to do this is to get playful. And I know it can be difficult sometimes, but this is extremely powerful, because when you are able to be in your playful, flirtatious energy, not only do you increase a man's attraction, not only do you increase a man's respect for you, but a man sees you as a woman who has respect for herself, who is high value. She is in that high value energy, because when you are afraid to be flirtatious, afraid to be playful with a man, afraid to tease him a little bit, to challenge him, you are being fearful. And men can sense this because you are in scarcity energy. You are in that low value energy because you are operating out of survival mode. Because when we are in survival mode, we are just focused on, okay, what is he thinking? Does he like me? Let me not make the wrong move. Like, we just do the bare minimum, right? But when you are in your high value energy and you're not worried, you don't care about what he thinks because you know that you are amazing. You know that you have a lot to offer. You know that you are on the same level as him. You're not putting him on a pedestal. That is when a man senses a completely different energy from you. And that is when you feel more relaxed and you're able to have fun because you are not operating out of survival mode and fear. When you're fearful, you want to say the right thing. And this is why a lot of dates are just so boring, right? You go on a date with a man and you're afraid to be playful and to be fun and to be mysterious and to let all those parts of yourself out, all those multi-dimensional sides of you. That is why dates just feel really boring. And men need to feel like excited and challenged. And that can really build a connection, a strong connection, and it can really increase their attraction. And so being a little bit feisty, creating challenge is what's going to build attraction. Teasing him a little bit. This is like the key, the secret way to separate yourself from all other women, from all of the other women that he's dating. Of course, if he's the wrong man, it's not really going to work anyway, but those first impressions are really important. And so you want to be able to build a connection with a man. You want to be able to have fun with him and, be flirtatious. It's part of the process. It's part of how you build attraction and lasting connection. And so again, if you want to learn how to do this, my course, Magnetically Feminine Boundaries, walks you from A to Z. What to say to a man, scripts for flirting with him, scripts for keeping him on his toes, leaving him wanting more, and just connecting with his heart, with his emotionally, which is something that a lot of women don't know how to do these days, unfortunately. So when you're playful, when you're flirtatious, you are in your feminine energy and you can enjoy yourself more. You are literally just having fun, you're enjoying yourself, and men can sense this and they're drawn to this. Your feminine energy is the most powerful energy that you can be in. That fun, flirty, that magnetic energy that attracts effortlessly, that doesn't push or pull in order to get what she wants. And this is really important because most men these days, they meet women that put pressure on them, that go on dates with them and they basically just interview them because they just want a commitment. They want a commitment. They want to speed up the process. They don't want to waste their time. And I get it because us women we need the security much more than men do. We need the security. We need the reassurance. We want to find a man who is going to commit, but we cannot speed up the process. We have to learn how to build the connection first. And so when you're able to be in your feminine energy, to lean back, to have fun, to enjoy yourself, you are able to connect with a man on a level that most women are not able to. And this is why it's so powerful. This is why being in your feminine energy is so, so powerful. So that's it for today. I hope that this episode was super helpful for you. Just to recap, 4 action steps you can take when you feel that a man is pulling away. Number 1, set boundaries and put your self-respect first. Number 2, 10x your self-care routine. Number 3, let go of control. And number 4, get playful. The thing that all 4 of these have in common is they have the end goal of bringing you into your feminine energy. And your feminine energy is the light that is inside of you, that is just wants to break through. It is the magnetic, enticing energy that attracts everything from men to opportunities, to love, to happiness, to fulfillment. Everything starts with your feminine energy because it is the most authentic state that you can be in. And this is why the podcast is called Authentically Feminine, because your authenticity, your true self, your love for yourself is what is going to change everything for you. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, please leave a rating. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment below. Share this with somebody who needs it. I would really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I love you and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye. Yay.